The prey and the predator. Understanding human and animal responses to conflict. I'm Ronaldo Mackenzie, and welcome to another episode of the NeoLiberal Podcast.
Foxes are known for being
In the complex and fraught arena of conflict, the dynamics between predator and prey often mirror those seen in the natural world. When attacked and cornered, the instinctive responses of fright, flight, or fight come to the fore. This fundamental survival mechanism, ingrained in both humans and animals, shapes the course of conflicts and wars. On October 7th, 2023, the world witnessed a tragic escalation of violence as Hamas launched a deadly attack on Israel. Resulting in the loss of hundreds of Israeli lives. Hamas justified this action as resistance to occupation and years of provocations. In response, Israel retaliated with overwhelming force, resulting in the deaths of thousands and the displacement of millions. However, the roots of the Israel-Palestine conflict run much deeper than this recent escalation. The Israel-Palestine war did not commence on that fateful day in 2023. Fateful day in 2023. Its origins can be traced back to 1947, when Israel invaded and occupied Palestine under the banner of cultural heritage and reparation. This narrative of reclamation, often used to justify acts of aggression, beliefs. This narrative of reclamation, often used to justify acts of aggression, belies the reality of historical injustices inflicted upon black and brown people through centuries of enslavement and occupation. For Palestinians, who perceive themselves as preyed upon by Israel, the feelings of fright and flight have long been pervasive. However, when cornered, they have resorted to fighting back against their perceived predators. Israel, with its superior military might, has wielded its power over its vulnerable prey with devastating consequences. What distinguishes human responses from those of animals is the capacity for solidarity and support from others. Just as the Good Samaritan aided the injured Jew on the wayside, individuals and communities worldwide are demonstrating solidarity with Palestinian cause. From students on college campuses to advocating for peace and justice, there is a groundswell of support for the prey in this conflict. In harnessing collective efforts for human rights promotion, particularly in weak governance countries like Palestine, we can work towards a more just and peaceful world. Let me say this again. In harnessing collective efforts for human rights promotion, particularly in weak governance countries like Palestine, Haiti, and so on, we can work towards a more just and peaceful world.
We will not be moved by this intimidation
tactics. You can see outside you now that the students are mobilized. There's hundreds of them here today. They will not be moved.
Initiatives such as harnessing collective efforts for human rights promotion in weak governance countries provide a framework for advocating for the rights of marginalized populations and challenging systems of oppression. As we reflect on the dynamics of conflict and the instinctive responses of predator and prey, let us strive to build a world where solidarity triumphs over division and where the rights and dignity of all are upheld. For further reading on this topic, you can visit Harnessing Collective Efforts for Human Rights Promotion in Weak Governance Countries article, available in the NeoLiberal Post. Again, for further reading on this topic, you can visit the link to Harnessing Collective Efforts of Human Rights Promotion in Weak Governance Countries, available in the NeoLiberal Post at ronaldocmckenzie.com. This particular reading, entitled The Prey and the Predator, Understanding Human and Animal Responses to Conflict, is also available in the NeoLiberal Post, which is the most recent article exploring and analyzing the Israel-Palestinian conflict, available in the NeoLiberal Post at ronaldocmckenzie.com, and also in the NeoLiberal Journals at theneoliberal.com. Please visit our store at store.theneoliberal.com and our website at theneoliberal.com and ronaldocmckenzie.com. This podcast is available on any stream. You can find your stream by visiting anchor.fm/theneoliberal. And please donate to us by going to anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. The NeoLiberal Corporation produces this podcast, and we are all about serving the world today to solve tomorrow's challenges by making popular what was the monopoly. We are celebrating 3 years this year. Please join us by sharing our feeds and our programming, and let us know how we can continue to improve. Invest in us and access our solutions available at store.theneoliberal.com. And earlier today, President Biden spoke on the recent escalation or protestation on college campuses all around the U.S. against the what's going on in the Gaza. We did record a bit of it for you. Here is President Biden speaking moments ago concerning the Israel-Palestine war.
Authoritarian nation where we silence people or squash dissent. The American people are heard. In fact, peaceful protest is in the best tradition of how Americans respond to consequential issues. But neither are we a lawless country. We're a civil society, and order must prevail. Throughout our history, we've often faced moments like this because we are a big, diverse, free-thinking, and freedom-loving nation. In moments like this, there are always those who rush in to score political points. But this isn't a moment for politics. It's a moment for clarity. So let me be clear. Peaceful protest in America. Violent protest is not protected. Peaceful protest is. It's against the law when violence occurs. Destroying property is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Vandalism, trespassing, breaking windows, shutting down campuses, forcing the cancellation of classes and graduations. None of this is a peaceful protest. Threatening people, intimidating people, instilling fear in people is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Dissent is essential to democracy, but dissent must never lead to disorder or to denying the rights of others so students can finish the semester and their college education. Look, it's basically a matter of fairness. It's a matter of what's right. There's the right to protest, but not the right to cause chaos. People have the right to get an education, the right to get a degree, the right to walk across the campus safely without fear of being attacked. But let's be clear about this as well. There should be no place on any campus, no place in America for anti-Semitism or threats of violence against Jewish students. There is no place for hate speech or violence of any kind, whether it's anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, or discrimination against Arab Americans or Palestinian Americans. It's simply wrong. There's no place for racism in America. It's all wrong. It's un-American. I understand people have strong feelings and deep convictions. In America, we respect the right and protect the right for them to express that. But it doesn't mean anything goes. It needs to be done without violence, without destruction, without hate, and within the law. You know, make no mistake.
This is where we will leave you at the NeoLiberal Round podcast. Join us later or tomorrow when we release the final episode in this series of Caribbean Thought Lecture Semester 2. We will have Caribbean Thought summer semester this year, beginning in June. This is the NeoLiberal Round podcast. Walk good.
You can see outside you now that the students are mobilized. There's hundreds of them here today. They will not be moved. We demand divestment. We will not be moved unless by force.